No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck under covers. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream, look. Drop it in it. Give a lot of opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Carson Wentz's Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers in the sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, It's Ajayi. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They run again with Ajayi. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 2nd and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Oh, and Sturgis hung that one out to the right. Off the mark, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Bortles. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A final shot before half for Bortles. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Now Wentz on third down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Donnie Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 8 yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bortles. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Bortles to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Play action. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business. And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The play clock's running down. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Time running out here on the play clock. Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. In motion now is Lee. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In motion now is Lee. Now Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. The Jags first down. Bortles to Robinson.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just, but as a full